is no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Time again for the Underdog Show, starring that champion of champions, Underdog.
Here we are, dear viewers, at Cape Carnival, about to witness man's first trip to the moon. And I shall be going along with our two brave astronauts to give you a full TV account of the trip. Is everything ready for the blast-off, General Brainley?
Everything is perfect, Sweet Polly. Our top scientists assure us that we will have beautiful weather for the next 12 hours.
Oh! It's a huge storm.
But this is impossible. Our scientists promised us good weather, and they're never wrong.
But they were wrong this time, and the reason for their error was Simon Bar Sinister.
Look, Cad. Look what happens to the world when I use my weather machine. I push the key for rain, and it pours. Now watch this. Simon says, tornado twist.
Stop, boss. You forgot that if you push those buttons, we're in the tornado, too. And it just took off our roof.
Oh, this is terrible. I plan to take over the world with my weather machine, to threaten everyone with hurricanes and tornadoes unless they do what I ask. But now, what can I do?
Gee, boss, the only way you could use this machine without it hurting us is if we were someplace beside the Earth.
Eureka, Cad! You struck it. All we need to do is to get to the moon.
And so, a short while later at Cape Carnival...
Well, that weird weather seems to have passed over, so it's time to prepare for the launching. You three had better get your spacesuits on while I go start the countdown.
See you in a little while, boys.
But behind the astronauts, two unwelcome figures appeared.
Well, I guess we'd better hurry into the spaceship.
The countdown is started. You'll be blasting off in 1 minute.
And now, dear viewers, we are ready to blast off for the moon, and I feel so safe knowing I have these two fine, brave astronauts to take care of me.
4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. The launch is a success. Now we'd better turn on our TV screen to get Sweet Polly's report.
Well, dear viewers, my two brave astronauts and I are now officially on our way to the moon. Let me introduce them to you. First... Oh! It's Simon Bar Sinister!
This, my dear, is my friend, Catchy. And you are in our clutches.
Oh, please, someone out there in TV land, please help me. Please free me from these terrible villains.
Will someone come to Sweet Polly's rescue? Will someone stop Simon Bar Sinister from reaching the moon and using his weather machine against the Earth? There's plenty of excitement ahead in our next episode.
One morning, Colonel Kit Coyote, proceeding according to Army Regulation 2645, was checking the stores of the fort in Gopher Gulch. 50 bags of beans.
Check.
4 barrels of crackers.
Check.
3 jars of honey.
2.
I said 3. T-H-R-E-E-E.
Begging the Colonel's pardon, but there's only 2. T-O... Oh.
We've been robbed. Robbed. Look around for clues, Sergeant.
Well, here's a lot of clues, Colonel. Indian tracks, plain as day.
It's those Gopher Indians. I knew it. After them, Sergeant.
Colonel, Miss Honey. Soon he be on our trail. You got him planned? Whoopie-doopie, you genius.
Sergeant, the trail leads right into that hollow log. We've got them now.
I wouldn't be too sure.
Nonsense, Sergeant. Follow me. Charge!
Need 'em some more honey.
All right, Sergeant. Let's get on with the checking. 2 jars of honey.
1.
1? They've struck again. I'll catch those 2 if it's the last thing I do.
Oh, Colonel be mad? You got him planned? Colonel get him stuck? Whoopie-doopie.
Look, Sergeant, behind that bush. Indians. Let's go.
Begging the Colonel's pardon, but I think we ought to check first and...
Nonsense. Army Regulation 6245 specifically says, when in doubt, shout. Charge!
Him get him stuck, all right. Oh, you want 'em more honey?
All right, now let's get on with the job. 1 jar of honey.
No jars of honey.
No jars! They've done it again! I can't stand it. This is the last straw. Back on the trail, Sergeant. Nothing's going to stop us this time.
Colonel be very mad. We take him all the honey. Him be hot on trail. We get him help? Where? Whoopie-doopie, you sharp today.
The trail's very clear, Sergeant. It leads right into that cave. That's where they're hiding.
Begging the Colonel's pardon, but the sign says, do not disturb.
An obvious Indian trick. Sergeant, follow me.
You all watch our next adventure. It ought to be a honey, too.
Did I tell you about my encounter with the Black Knight?
Really, Commander, it's much too...
The king ordered me to bring in the villain, and of course that meant a deadly duel. On guard! Hastily, I drew my sword and closed my visor. Unfortunately, I had to reopen the visor. Forgot to remove my pipe, don't you know? The Black Knight was a tremendous swordsman. Soon, he had me up a tree. He swung a telling blow for my head, but I managed to block it. Half of my sword fell away, but bravely I fought on. Fighting with only the hilt of my sword, I was soon backed up to a precipice, a sheer drop of 1,000 feet. The Black Knight raised his deadly sword. It thundered down and sheared the mighty McBragg in two.
Sheared the... Oh, no.
Oh, no, indeed. Just as the villain lifted his sword, I escaped through a back hatch in my special armor. And when he split the armor, I was already behind him. And that's how I captured the Black Knight.
I say, Commander, that was a night to remember.
Quite.
Sweet Polly Purebred was in the clutches of Simon Bar Sinister. And Simon was headed for the moon, where he planned to use his weather machine to make everyone on Earth do as he asked.
You villain! Turn back this spaceship for Earth.
Never. I shall rule the world. How did those two villains get on our spaceship?
Well, General Brainley. We just found the astronauts all tied up in the room where they were supposed to put on their space suits.
So that's it. An outrage. Something must be done.
Look, the ship is turning around. It's headed for the Earth.
Oh, no. It's headed for the moon.
But look now. It's headed for the Earth.
For the moon.
For the Earth!
Good work, Cad. Now nothing shall stop us from reaching the moon. They've tied her up. Do something, soldier. Send up another spaceship.
That'd take weeks to get ready, General.
Then shoot that one down.
Well, that'd be kind of hard on Sweet Polly, General.
Then there's only one hope left. Send for Underdog.
And so the call went out for the powerful Underdog. But at that very moment, Underdog had his hands full. Halfway across the world, Underdog was busily engaged in stopping a war between two neighboring countries. His ultrasonic ears picked up the telegraph message calling him.
Sweet Polly's in trouble high in the air. I must stop this war and hurry there.
And like a blazing rocket, Underdog was suddenly everywhere at once, stopping the cannon fire, removing the gun, rounding up the soldiers. And finally, as the two commanding officers shook hands and made up, Underdog leaped into the sky and headed homeward. Meanwhile, General Brainley had been called to a hasty conference in the capital.
Gentlemen, this is an emergency. Our first flight to the moon has been taken over by the notorious Simon Bar Sinister.
This is horrible crisis.
We have already sent word for Underdog.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Thank goodness you've come, Underdog. Simon Bar Sinister is about to land on the moon, and he has Sweet Polly with him. Just look at our special TV screen. We're coming in for a landing on the moon. So I'm the first to land on the moon. And soon I shall be the first to control the world. Hurry, Cad. Set up my weather machine while I turn on TV. Weather machine? What does he mean by that? I hear you, General Brainley, and I promise that you shall soon see what my weather machine can do. For I will soon be taking over your Earth. But we can stop you, no matter what kind of machine you have. We're sending Underdog after you. If Underdog tries to stop me, what will happen to poor Sweet Polly?
It looks like Simon Bar Sinister is truly in command of the situation. Will his weather machine work all the way from the moon? Will he be able to force the Earth to surrender? There's a thrilling time ahead in our next exciting episode.